Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and we are here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway, here to qualify for the Haas IndyCar Series race number 10, the Colorado 80K, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time over on Napa Fan. And this is a race that is always circled on everyone's calendar, one of the wildest races we have on the circuit here at the Pikes Peak International Raceway, and we are going to be in store for another great one tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's an opportunity for a lot of these guys here in the Haas IndyCar Series to maybe, just maybe, eat away at Chase Harris's points lead. Of course, our defending race winner again, four-time winner on the season in only 9 races. Chase Harris with 300 even in the point standings coming into this weekend. 90 points behind him, though, Nicholas Samadillo and Tristan Allen. 95 points behind Nathan Stapleton and 98 points behind Noah Clifton. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see if any of those guys can catch up to Chase Harris in 7 races. We have Pikes Peak, then we have Mid-Ohio next weekend. The Body Armor Duel at the Glen for Watkins Glen, 2 races there. Then Canadian Tire, Gateway, and the finale at Pocono. So definitely a lot of unique races on the schedule for these guys here in the Haas IndyCar Series. We are looking forward to seeing how it all shakes out for these guys here. We'll have to see if anyone can get to Chase Harris in the point standings. Would like to point out, and this is a little important and also kind of regards the Turkey Hill Series race as well, we do have a couple of new drivers in the field. Obviously, a lot of you guys probably know at this point about the burner account issue, and unfortunately, someone was multiple people, and those 2 rides that particular individual had are now driven by other drivers. Number 18 machine now driven by Nathan Smith. First career Napa Fan start for Nathan Smith in tomorrow's race. Pretty wild one to get his first career start, I will say. And the number 4 is now driven by Keegan Thompson, and that's kind of big towards the championship, as the driver who was in the number 4 machine was 6th in points. But honestly, with the way this guy is running, I don't know if the championship's going to even be a thing. Chase Harris with the fastest time. Now, granted, we are early on in the session, but that is a solid time right there. 22.460. Davey Johnson has just gone to the top of the board. Great run there for the driver who currently sits 28th in points. Marty Johnson, the other Johnson, going to 2nd, only 2 1,000ths off of the time set by Davey Johnson. And now Nicholas Samadillo looking to get that bonus point for winning the pole position. But Marty Johnson also looking very sporty in the number 75. And Johnson, you know, here's the thing. His teammate Chase Harris has won 4 times this season. Marty Johnson's been in this series for 4 years and has never won before. And he lost one of those races to Chase Harris. So I would imagine Johnson has a chip on his shoulder, and he's doing fairly well in points. He's in 11th, and, you know, he's still in championship contention. And obviously, it's going to take an absolute disaster for Chase Harris in a couple of races for these guys to close back in. But we still have 7 races left on the circuit. It's only a 90-point gap. And in 2 races, that could be erased. So far from over here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and we could see a wreck in tomorrow's race too. I mean, we've seen a lot of wrecks at this track before. This race is going to be a little bit longer than it has been in past years. It's going to be a 50-lap event here around this 1-mile-long racetrack. Marty Johnson looking pretty strong right there on number 75 machine. Of course, the Otter Island team as a whole, obviously with Chase Harris, they have been unstoppable. But Marty's also had a very good season as well, and you see him somewhere on the racetrack. Trying to locate him. Don't know where he is. There he is, leading Thomas Troxel there. And Troxel, I really feel bad for Troxel. He started off the season very strong, and now he's down all the way in 20th in the point standings for EL Racing. Hasn't quite been the season that Troxel has wanted, that's for sure, but we'll just have to see how it all shakes out in these final 7 races of the season. So it's an all Johnson front row at the moment. Marty Johnson, and Davey Johnson with the 2 fastest times. Then Audra Baranowskis, now Keegan Thompson, number 4. His first time in an IndyCar. However, Keegan Thompson won the Freedom 50 back in May, so it is rather fitting that he has gotten an opportunity to be in an IndyCar. Obviously did an excellent job in the Freedom 50 earlier this year, led over half of the race to go to victory at Indianapolis, and he could be in a position to possibly win in his first ever Haas IndyCar Series start. And you got the number 27 there of Audra Baranowskis, Nicholas Samadio. Nathan Smith, the other first-timer in for Nathan Smith. He's never raced on Napa Fan before, and he's already putting down a solid effort here in qualifying. He's now in the 7th position as Owen Miles has just went to 5th. Samadio now in the 6th position. John Andrews is in 8th. Thomas Lipscomb in 9th, and then the number 11 of Peyton Hamilton in 10th. We'll have to see if this number 79 of Chase Harris can improve his time. He's currently in the 11th position right now. Obviously, we know that car is fast every weekend. An engine going down on Noah Clifton's machine. And Clifton is currently 25th fastest. Not exactly the place you want to start here. We are running a bit of a different aero package. I don't want to use that word when it comes to IndyCar, but different aerodynamics for the race tomorrow. It's going to play out a lot more different than what you're used to seeing. Be a little bit closer to how Richmond was, but with a little bit more side-by-side. So we're definitely looking forward to see how it all plays out in the race tomorrow. But I don't think we're going to necessarily see this crazy 3-4 wide constantly around the race. You will see 3 and 4 wide, but it's not going to be this constant thing through the corners and all that. We got this track modified a lot differently than it has been in the past to produce better racing and hopefully keep these guys from wrecking as frequently as they have. We've definitely had a problem with wrecking here at Pikes Peak in past years here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and don't necessarily want to have that tomorrow. Have a good race and a good solid outing for these guys here in the Haas IndyCar Series. Of course, Turkey Hill Series is coming here, and I would like to point out, obviously we mentioned Keegan Thompson and Nathan Smith replacing those drivers. There are 2 drivers, I'm going to name them right here, who will not be racing after today's race. However, they are in the Turkey Hill Series race. I recorded the Turkey Hill Series race prior to us discovering that both of these drivers were run by the same person, Parker Smith and Josh King. Now, Josh King's a big one over there in the Turkey Hill Series. That will affect the championship quite a bit over there. Obviously, Josh King was in this series as well. He was replaced by Nathan Smith in the 18. Cold Speed was also another one of those drivers involved in that whole debacle right there. I don't want to really call it a scandal, but it kind of was in a way. But keep in mind, both Parker Smith and Josh King are in the Turkey Hill Series race later today, but beginning next week in Michigan, Chase Buck will be in the number 41, and Matt Tuck will be in the number 44. I really want you guys to be aware that they are in the race because, not to give anything away, I know not many people watch these qualifying videos, I can probably say this, they do come into play in the race in a major way later today. So keep in mind, it is their last race. Like I said, I recorded that race prior to all this going down and us discovering that those were the same person. Obviously, it's a bit frustrating on my end. Obviously, a couple of you guys got, you know, taken out of a ride when you could have been in. It was taken, by a multiple account. And it is a little bit, upsetting for some of you guys. I know that much. But unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. However, on a lighter note, I will say the guy you're seeing on your screen there, Chase Harris, number 79, he's in the booth with me for the Turkey Hill Series race later today. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Definitely hope you guys stick around and enjoy that one, regardless of the fact that there are drivers in there who shouldn't be in there because they were using multiple accounts. But either way, it's still a great race for the Turkey Hill Series. First time out of Pikes Peak. Hope you guys tune in and enjoy it. 7 p.m. over on Napa Fan. Marty Johnson still fastest. Then Davey Johnson, Audra Baranowskis, Keegan Thompson. How about Justin Zaidel? We have not seen much out of the defending champion at all this season. It has been a very disappointing run for the Red Bull machine. But currently 6th quickest as Baranowskis is 3rd, Keegan Thompson 4th, Luke Rainey, the 2017 champion, in 5th. Then it's Owen Miles, Nathan Smith, Garrett Zenor, and Nicholas Samadio. Chase Harris has fallen back to 14th. I think that's where a lot of these guys want him to be, especially guys like Sam Adio. Sam Adio, as far as I know, is the only guy top 5 in points, though, who is ahead of the number 79 here in qualifying. Because you also have Nathan Stapleton, Tristan Allen involved in that championship battle. Allen is 20th, Stapleton is 28th. These guys deep in the field. It's a 50-lap race tomorrow. Going to be interesting to see if they do close in. And the other guy involved, Noah Clifton, 23, we've seen his issues. He's 27. So Sam Adio, currently the only guy ahead of Chase Harris here in qualifying. Harris is still in the 14th position. Luke Rainey just went up to 3rd, and that is where he will start in tomorrow's race. But Marty Johnson wins the pole for the Colorado 80K. Alongside Davey Johnson on the front row, Luke Rainey, Audra Baranowskis, Keegan Thompson, Justin Zaidel, Owen Miles, Nathan Smith, Garrett Zenor, Nicholas Sam Adio, the top 10. Take a look at the rest of the results right there. And tough break there for Matt Tuck, but still, like I said, it's a 50-lap race. A lot can happen in tomorrow's event, and it will be interesting. Garrett Zenor will actually start in the 8th position. He's tied with Nathan Smith because Nathan Smith doesn't have any points. Garrett Zenor will jump him in the tiebreaker. I believe that is the only tie we had in qualifying. So Zenor will be starting in 8th, and Nathan Smith will be starting in the 9th position for tomorrow's Colorado 80K. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Marty Johnson, your pole sitter. He gets a bonus point towards the championship for that. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Napa Fan for the Colorado 80K here from the Pikes Peak International Raceway. Like I mentioned, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, it's the Colorado 200 in the Turkey Hill Series 4 less of action. And like I said, a couple of guys who did have those multiple accounts are in the race. It is the last time they will be in it, but I did record the race prior to, and I did not have any time to re-record it or re-edit the race. So you might not be too happy with the way it turns out, but I really had no other choice. But they will be taken out from this race on, from after this race, I should say, from after this race on out, beginning in Michigan next weekend. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Marty Johnson, Davey Johnson. They got the front row. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time here from Pikes Peak in the Haas IndyCar Series. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Chick-fil-A Cup Series from the Rockingham Motor Speedway. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.